Can you hear me, Scott?
Morning, Judge.
Good morning. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
All right. Good deal. Looks like I'm not the only one that's running late.
It's a follower.
Thank you, sir, for getting this done.
Whoa.
Doing all right.
You're making it. Yeah, thank you.
Is this in World Fair?
We have not, but I'm probably the judge, because I think it's him that signs it.
Oh,
Yeah. The coffee
I
lot.
thought you had suction or something. Big old- I thought you might have suction in the back.
It's not.
That's your.
Thank you. Yeah.
This Reese changed a little bit. It's a little different.
It's nice to have some elbow room.
Yeah.
He is on Zoom. Yeah.
Okay, good. One minute.
Number thing was they were looking for, we don't have one, but I found out what it. As whatever, it looked like a special. Something, and most counties.
Good morning, everyone. Would everyone rise for the invocation and remain standing for the pledge to the American flag and the Texas flag? Commissioner Bart is going to lead us in prayer this morning.
Dear God, thank you for this day. Thank you for this weather and we appreciate the rain and, just please protect over this country and in this county and just help these people who are making the decisions for this county, make the right ones that they feel in their heart and, just, please protect us and thank you for everything that you do for us. This in your name, amen.
With the United States flag, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. To the Texas flag, I pledge the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. I call this meeting to order at 9:01 a.m. in the regular session Wednesday, March 27th, 2024. We'll begin the agenda. The call to order is done. We have a quorum except Judge Andy Reese. He's at a mandatory training, but he's here. He's zooming in, so he knows what's going on. The first item up is general announcements, and I do have a general announcement. I want to come down there to do it. But first of all, I just want to say just a little thing about this general announcement. Miss Frances Hyde, bless her heart, love you to death, has worked part-time for Van Zandt County, Precinct 2, for 28 years. I won't come down there. Yeah, you get the whole thing. And we'll be trying to get someplace. Yeah, this lady here will take a picture.
Oh, okay.
One up here. I just want to say that, Ms. Hyde has been a dedicated part-time employee, and she has never missed a Saturday at the Van Zandt County Trash Transfer Station. The only time she ever missed, she would come in and say, and I have Saturday off, I've got to go to the high meeting. And that's the only time she's ever missed going to the high meeting. So, just want to say thank you for your service to this county, and we're going to miss you out there at the transfer station. All right. So,
No, she did not want to quit.
look up there. Right. Here, more. Thank all of y'all. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll visit you.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you for bearing with us on this. Next item is public comment. Is there any public comment, Christie?
I didn't know anybody signed.
That I'm aware of.
Okay, no public comments. Next item is the consent agenda. The consent agenda items are considered routine by the Commissioner Court and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless the county judge or a commissioner requests an item be removed from the content agenda and considered separately. So Is there anyone that wants to move anything?
Well, Virgil, I don't want to move anything, but I want to make a comment
Sure.
before we go into its own, monthly reports.
Uh-huh.
Because this is the last meeting of March. I wanted to let everyone know that we have received all of our reports for February. And at times in the past, I've stated, if they're not here, I bring it out, so it's not right if I don't say that they're all here. So I want to be fair on both sides of the table. So we have received them all, and thank you for everyone that's turned them in.
Thank you, Commissioner Pearson. Is there a motion?
I'll motion.
Have a motion by Commissioner Barton,
Second, Pearson.
second Pearson. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposition? No opposition. The motion passes. Move along to agenda item 5, discuss and consider request for lot size variance on 3-lot subdivision located within the city of Wills Point, ETJ, on Broadmoor Street in precinct 3.
Yes, sir. Gentlemen, I've got two variance requests on the agenda today. As we go into this, I want to make a statement that any developer that's developing a piece of property has the privilege to approach the court and ask for a variance on any of our subdivision guidelines. It's a court decision. It's not an individual commissioner decision on variances. It always has to come to the court. If you should get if you ever think you're getting a variance from one of us, it is not valid from an individual commissioner. So I've got two requests. I want to remind the court that anytime we do a subdivision variance, we're setting a precedent for future variance, which may be totally good. But I want to remind y'all that because we can't we shouldn't give a variance to Mr. Smith, and then Mr. Jones comes in here in 2 weeks and asks for the same variance and he gets denied. It's not proper. So this number 5, this first one, is a lot size variance. It is in Wills Point, ETJ. It says Broadmoor Street, but Broadmoor Street turns into County Road 3416. These are 3 existing houses that are already there. One person owns all 3 houses. He owns all the property that's under these 3 houses. They're mobile home. It's rental property at this time. And he has decided to get out of the rent business, and he is going to sell these 3 houses separately. Each one of the houses currently has City of Wills Point water and has City of Wills Point sewer. So there's no on-site sewer required. Our guidelines and our subdivisions are the minimum of 1 acre. The reason it's a minimum of 1 acre is because the TCEQ recommends that you do not have less than 1 acre of property if you're going to put on-site sewer on. So in times in past, this court has allowed variances on lot sizes when on-site sewer was not involved. So that's what you have here. It'll be a 3-lot subdivision. So the surveyor has come to us before he does this, asking for us to look at this along with the developer. So in this particular case, I agree with the variance 100%. And so I'll make a motion that in this, because there's no on-site sewer involved in this subdivision, that we allow him to go less than 1 acre of property per lot.
Okay, I have a motion by Commissioner Pearson.
Second.
Got a second by Commissioner LaFred. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposition? None. The motion passes. Item number 6, discuss and consider request for drainage variance for Zare RV Park plat located on Van Zandt County Road 3810 in precinct 3.
Yes, sir. This is mine. Price has come along with his engineer today to approach the court and ask for a variance on his drainage. So I haven't discussed it any with him in details other than I'll put it on the agenda and you can tell the court what you're asking for. So we're going Mr. Price, you and your engineer are welcome to speak to us today and tell us your thoughts.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Do I need to push the button or anything on this?
Just, you need to state your name.
Okay, all right. My name is Brian Capps, Capco Engineering out of Tyler. Mr. Bryant hired my firm to pretty much just do the drainage design that, Brian had, required, y'all's county engineer. Which we do like, Brian, he seemed like a good guy, he's good to work with, he's kind of the same kind of guy. Obviously, this is pretty much a factor right now, Mr. Price is going for a little RV parking there, it's not a real big tract of land. He is gonna do lead gravel roads, they're gonna be wide enough for to meet all y'all ordinances. I think the survey or somebody had worked out the layout where it would meet y'all's requirements. We did the drainage analysis and of course, anytime you do even gravel roads, you're generating a little bit more water. It's not much, I mean, it is a very small amount of water, additional water that your ordinances require certifications for me to sign that there you've got some contradicting sections in your ordinances. One of them is the statement of where it says there will be no additional water created by the development. It's gonna create water, even if you put a detention basin in. You're still creating water, engineer really can't sign that, if you're putting any kind of impervious material down on that ground, you're generating more water. If you catch it in a detention basin, you still have to do something with that water. The detention basin really just releases the water in a slower rate, to where you're not, your peak flow coming off that property doesn't exceed the pre-development condition. So I have an issue with that statement that Brian wants on the drainage plan, because it's kind of black and white. It says no additional water will be created from the development. Doesn't matter what you do, if you put anything down, you're creating more water. It doesn't mention the peak flow, it doesn't mention detention. But in your other section of your ordinances, it does talk about peak flows not exceeding the pre-development conditions. So I understand that. That's where you build a detention basin, release, you're retaining that additional water and releasing the slower rate. So can't sign that certification. I don't know an engineer that really would in good faith. It states in your ordinance that the engineer has to sign that. But on the other hand, Mr. Price, let's talk to his downstream neighbor. It's a hay factory. He's got a couple of ponds. He related, he doesn't have an issue with that little small amount of additional water. So if in the future he did, they would work together and get it figured out if there's a problem with it. Right now, the way we got it designed, it's gonna come out as a sheet flow manner. It's not gonna be a concentrated flow out of a pipe. It's just gonna go into that factory and go down to his ponds. Eventually, if he makes it that far, it's just not enough water at all to start with. So that was the reason of the variance request, and kind of the supporting document, or not the document, it's a conversation we had with Mr. Pruitt, there south of him. He doesn't mind the additional water. He may need it for a tape factor, I don't know, but it is a small amount of water. The lay of the land is really flat. To build a detention basin, it would have to be shallow and wide. And it would affect his lot layout considerably. I don't know if Darrell wants to add anything to that.
I think you said it all, yeah.
But the statement on the drainage calculations, that's where I have an issue. It says it's kind of black and white, it says no additional water created. It doesn't matter if you put a barn 100 acres, you're creating additional water. That, I don't know if any engineers have been signing that document or that statement or not. You know, I modified it, tried to modify it. Then Brian said, you know, it didn't create a significant amount of additional water. But he said, oh, it's gotta be just verbatim. That's all ordinances.
Yes, sir. Well, I'll tell you that this is not a Van Zandt County. Our attorney is taking state guidelines
Yeah.
on drainage. And So that's where we're going by there, and our attorney, that's why he put it in there. How much, what percentage of additional, I mean,
We go
you
from-
put the same amount of water, the flow is, the rate of the water is always the issue.
Yeah, that's right, steep flow, that's right, you don't want the, like, a lot of times you have to build a subdivision, you have a lot of underground piping, it gathers all the water and it comes out quick.
Yeah.
You know, but you're dealing with a big flat piece of property. The most impervious thing you're putting down is gravel road, those still are pervious, so they will actually still soak water up. He is gonna put a little longer than that, I think that's required by, or some buildings required by y'all, he is doing a little bit of rooftop there. But, yeah, we're going from like 100-year flow, 15.66 CFS to 21.9 CFS. We're adding 6 cubic feet per second. It's just, I mean, that's something that you could fit in a 10-inch pipe. It's not much water at all.
25%, 50%,
I'm looking probably 40, something like that. Yeah, somewhere in that range. But still, you're starting out with a small amount of water to start with.
yes,
Kind of like a pay raise, you pay raise 3%. You got much money to start with, it's still not much money. It's still not much difference.
right.
It's not in the flood zone, is it?
No,
I think we're-
blood no. Really, really, it's goes to his factor, brings it through his factor. He didn't have a problem with it, I think that's the only reason we were asking for the variance, that he didn't mind the additional water, and like I said, I don't know if he would like to have it on his factor or not.
And that's why I made the statement earlier on the other variance, because we said at any time we do a variance, we set a precedent. And because I don't want to do the next person that puts in an RV park, me personally, I want to treat him just like I do my others. And that's only right. I'll tell you, I would prefer, since what you've told me this morning, I would prefer to myself, this is a court, and any one of these guys can make a motion to go for this. But I would personally prefer some kind of letter or something from that neighbor, verifying that he's good with it. If that neighbor's good with it, I'm certainly good with it myself. An easement, we've had this come up before, it hasn't come to court yet, but we've had another drainage variance that we've discussed, in a workshop. And it's in Chad's area, and they own all the property, but, and the water is going into their pond, it's not a detention pond, but it's a lake.
Yeah.
And so the water going out of that lake is gonna go out at the same speed, but we're probably gonna ask them to give a drainage easement or something other to protect the future owner of that. If they ever sell it, they is disclosed when they buy it that, hey, the drainage from this RV park goes into that lake. So if I'm gonna make a suggestion, and any one of these guys could override me and make a motion to go and approve this, I'm gonna make a suggestion that if you do that, we'll bring it back to the court. But at this time, I can't make a motion to accept the variance. But I understand where you're coming from, and if you can get me that, that's what I would.
I think we have to have that, is if they do say, your neighbor sells, and this next person wants to put in a subdivision, we have to have ourselves protected to where they know that there's the easement there for them.
I personally agree with that, so.
Well, I wasn't gonna say anything, but, so he's more concerned about the neighbor behind him. And he feels the water is coming from the city, going across his land and into his property. He said nothing comes from my property, but he goes, I don't care, I'll get the letter, but I'm just letting you know, his concern for your future reference. You're gonna get a letter from that neighbor in the city because the water is coming down, flowing and going into his backyard, into his pond. Right now, he said that's irritating the most, nothing from our.
Yeah, you got a big crack, does that big drainage soil out there.
So from what I understand, your property would drain onto his property and follow a natural drain down to a pond on his property.
It falls, it just drains across his factor. It's all flat sheet below and it just drains across his factor. It finally gets down to his pond.
But it's,
If it even, but doesn't soak in by
That's right.
it eventually would end up.
Long
in
way to his pond down there.
So y'all, I think it's not a matter of a letter for him saying, I don't have a problem. I think you actually need to show an easement that the water is going this way and gonna end up in that pond. That way, in the future, if he sells a property, the next property owner may not agree with him. But if the easement's there, you're covered.
Yeah, that's what he said, it's coming from the easement, not from my property. It's coming out between all of our.
Different than what I think you're talking about. The defining an easement for like a sheep on this side, probably, you know, it depends on how his factory, you think terraces in there or what, I don't know. We didn't really look at, we could just tell the factory, so I don't have, it's hard, it'll be hard to define a true meets the bound description of a path from point A to point B. Yeah, well, that would be a tough one. That would be tough. But this is cheap on it. Basically, it's gonna all back his property, just like the natural water does now, which is gonna be a little bit more of it, you know, maybe a hair deeper.
All right, any other discussion?
I think verbally it'll, unless one of y'all want to do something, I think it'll die from lack of motion right now.
You don't want to table it, just die for lack of motion.
Or I'll motion to table this and bring back after that.
Yeah.
All right, I have a motion to table from Commissioner Pearson, is there a second? I'll second it. Is there any discussion, any more discussion? All in favor of tabling the motion, say aye. Those that oppose, same sign.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Mr. Price, I'll give you the time.
Thank you very much.
Next item up is agenda item number 7, discuss and consider closing, vacating, or dedicating portions of a road to the public. The road or portions thereof to be closed, vacated, or dedicated are described as County Road 1502. From its intersection with Wyoming Street in the city of Van south to its intersection with County Road 1527, also known as Florida Street.
I'll take this one. Yes, this came up a couple of weeks ago, with a discussion of this road, and after talking to a lot of people from the city of Van, including the emergency management services, I would like to make the motion that we do not vacate the road, and that with the exception of the near future, we will figure out how to fix the road and the drainage at the same time, so we do not incur this problem. But as of right now, I do motion not to vacate the road and to figure out the solution in the near future.
Okay, I have a motion not to vacate the road from Commissioner Barton. Is there a second?
Second, Pearson.
Okay, Commissioner Pearson, second. Is there any discussion?
Yes, gentlemen. As y'all know, we put this on the last agenda. We had a public hearing to hear from the public, and y'all had some questions on it. We tabled it to give y'all a chance to do some research. And I want the public to know that we went through these steps for a reason, to involve the whole court in the issue with this road, because this is most likely going to result in litigation in the future when we go to actually correct the road and put the drainage in. So this needs to be a decision of the court. And I appreciate the time y'all took to do your research and prepare for this. On the next, if this passes that we don't close it, I'll have an executive session on our next agenda for us to discuss with our legal and find out the motions going forward to correct the drainage and fix the road.
Is there any more discussion? Is there any more discussion? All in favor of not vacating the road on item number 7, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. There's no opposition. The motion passes. Item number 8, discuss and consider annual license renewal for Juan C. Garcia and La Vida T. Rodriguez on Smart Choice Enterprise Incorporation at 3909 Macon Drive, Dallas, Texas, to operate an automotive wrecking and salvage yard located at 12848 Interstate 20, Canton, Van Zandt County, Texas.
So moved, Pearson.
Got a motion by
Second.
Commissioner, got a second by Commissioner LaPrade. Any discussion?
Only thing I'd like to tell her, this is an existing place, been there forever. It's, as far as I know, it's the one that does it like they're supposed to. They come back to renew their license, and
For 17 years.
Yes, sir.
Come down here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have two? Okay. Any more discussion? Any more discussion? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Those that oppose, same sign. There's no opposition. The motion passes. Item number 10, discuss and consider approving of selling equipment from Road and Bridge Precinct 2. Oh, I missed one. Number 9, discuss and consider Van Zandt County adopting private road 8700 as Van Zandt County Road 4719.
Yes, this is mine. The people on this road approached us and would like to make this to a county road. The road meets all specifications. It's seal coated. The only problem was that, their tree line was right next to the road. And I said, the only way we can make this a county road is you have to give us, you know, the 15 feet from the center to give us the easement. And they did move their tree lines. They moved their fences and, they just want to adopt it as a county road instead of a private road, and it's in great shape. It's still covered. You know, I told them that wouldn't be a problem, so I make the motion to make the private road a county road.
I have a motion by Commissioner Barton. Is there a second? I'll second it. Is there any discussion? Yeah, I would like to have some discussion. How long is it?
Maybe not even a quarter of a mile. It's not very long.
You're probably gonna have to get that measured and turn that into Miss Sandy, the county auditor, because she'll have to update the road mileage.
Okay.
On that, you're probably gonna get a little bit more.
I don't know offhand.
Yeah.
We got the numbers. I just don't.
Okay.
Don't know off the top of my head.
Okay, is there any more discussion?
On the comment I'd like to make, and I say this with all respect for Commissioner Barton, I agree with our attorney, Mr. Bass. Why would we want to take in any more county roads when we don't have the finances to take care of the current roads we have. That's the only thing that, gets me concerned about this is, we take in one private road, there's going to be somebody else that's for taking another. So, but I say that with all respect.
And the other reason, one of the main reasons I took this in, it is seal coated. I mean, but we're not gonna do, I mean, we may have to, there's about a 900-foot stretch that we're gonna have to do, but everything else is seal coated and it's in good shape.
Okay, is there any more discussion? Any more discussion? All in favor of adopting the private road 87 as Van Zandt County Road 4719, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Okay, one Commissioner Pearson, opposition?
Aye.
Okay. Opposition?
Yes.
Okay, 2 oppositions. I'll vote and say, yes. So the motion is gonna die for lack of a.
Unless Andy.
Andy's
He's not here.
Andy's here, but he's not on.
He's not on Zoom, Scott.
I'm looking at somebody up there on the top.
I'm right here.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna vote no. What is the motion exactly?
The motion is to discuss and consider Van Zandt County adopting private road 8700 as Van Zandt County Road 4719.
All right, actually, and there is a, that's okay, and it has, yeah, I'll vote no at the current time until I have an opportunity to look at the road.
All right, then I have 3 no's and 2 yeses, so the item number 19 failed. It failed and was not approved. So we'll move on to item number 10. Discuss and consider approval of seven equipment from Road and Bridge Precinct 2 using Renee Bates auction. This is my agenda item, and have a list of the equipment attached, and I think it's in the binder too. But it's just some old equipment that we need to get rid of. I'll make a motion that we allow Renee Bates to handle the auction.
Second, Pearson.
I have a second by Commissioner Pearson. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? All in favor, say yes. I'm sorry. Those that oppose, same side. No opposition. The agenda item passes. Item number 11, discuss and consider establishing a petty cash fund for the Van Zandt County Precinct 2 Transfer Station. This is my agenda also. I need that's a petty cash fund of $75 to go towards the transfer station, so that when they start out of the morning, they've got something to make change with. And that way, the $75 will always be in the bank pouch.
I'll second.
I'll second,
Did you make the motion?
did I make a motion? I didn't think I made, but I will make a motion. I don't think I made a motion, but I will make a motion that we, and you got a second.
I'll second.
Okay, now, is there any discussion? Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. No, is there any opposition? No opposition. The agenda item passes. Number 12, discuss and consider approving county judge to sign service order agreement with Spectrum Enterprise for the installation of internet to Road and Bridge Precinct 2 barn. This is also my agenda item. For the first time, we're probably going to get internet down there. Scott, you want to go ahead and handle that?
Internet that doesn't come across a hotspot.
Yeah.
Spectrum's come back with a month-to-month proposal for $64.99 with a $99 installation. It's month-to-month, but we still have to get the county judge to sign the agreement.
Yeah. Okay. I'll make it. Okay, I got a second. Got a second motion or all in favor. Commissioner Pearson, I got Commissioner LaPrade. Is there any more is there any discussion on it? No discussion. I just want to say thank you. We've run that little hotspot. It's a hit and miss deal for how many years?
As long as you've had that.
Yeah.
What kind of bandwidth you get?
It's 300 by 10, I believe.
Okay. Is there any discussion? If there's no discussion, all in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Is there any opposition? No opposition. The agenda item passes. Item number 13, discuss and consider approving county judge to sign addendum number 2 and addendum number 3 to the local government solution contract LSG 19-0093, adding license for the district attorney's office. And I talked to Tonda, she can't be here today, but addendum 2 has already been signed. Judge Patrick signed that several before he left. So we just have one addendum number 3, and that is to license our civil attorney. So is there a motion to?
So made.
We got Commissioner LaPrade. Is there a second?
Second, Pearson.
We got a second, Commissioner Pearson. Is there any discussion on this? All in favor, say aye. Those that oppose, same sign. Agenda item passes. Number 14, discuss and consider approving county judge to sign addendum number 4 to the local government solution contract LGS 19-0093, adding 2 view-only license for the auditor's office. Sandy, you want to say anything about that?
I just need to have a view only access for Nicole, for the county clerk. She does, Susan audit books, and Lisa Hutcherson does the district clerk. And I currently have a view only license, but whenever they need something, they have to come to my office, get into my computer, so it's gonna make it more effective for each of the ladies to have a license.
So moved, Pearson.
Second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Pearson and a second by Commissioner LaPrade Is there any discussion on this item?
Barton, second.
Okay, so sorry, Commissioner Barton.
Yeah, I second it.
Okay, got it. Is there any discussion on this item? No discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposition, same sign, no opposition, this motion, this agenda item passes. Number 15, discuss and consider approving county judge sign a lease agreement with Xerox to replace the soon to expire copier lease for the AgriLife department in the annex. That's your,
Yes, sir. It's come back. It's been 5 years, so it's time to replace that one. Xerox came back with, quote for 162.84, which is slightly less than what we're paying now. We also looked at Rico. Their base was a little bit higher. Then the color rate was a little different. Basically, it all kind of washed out, and we decided to go with the Xerox. Just because that's what they're used to using. They're good with the service with them, so they can say Xerox or not.
I thought there was a savings in there too, wasn't
It is, it's not very much.
it? $20?
Yeah, about that, because I think it was 189, going from 189 to 162.
Okay, any savings is a good deal.
So moved, Pearson.
I got a
Second.
motion, Commissioner Pearson. I have a second. Second, Commissioner Barton. Is there any discussion on this item? I've got y'all two meetings. Hey, y'all three places. Okay, got a second by Commissioner Pratt. Is there any discussion? No discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those that oppose, same sign. No opposition. This agenda item passes. Number 16. Discuss and consider approving county judge to sign agreement with people for expanding internet bandwidth in the Van Zandt County Sheriff's Office. Scott?
Yes, sir, we needed to increase the bandwidth at the sheriff's office from 50 by 50 to 100 by 100. Our contract has been up. We've been in, I believe we've been in month to month for a little bit on this one. So this is going to solidify that with a 2-year deal. It has a 36-month on there, but we've changed that to 24-month. This is for a 24-month contract. It's going to raise the bandwidth from 50 by 50 to 100 by 100. It's going to cost a little bit more. Currently, we're paying 250 for the 50 by 50. It's going to be 400 for the 100 by 100, but we can absorb that. That's a necessity, though. They need that bandwidth at the sheriff's office. All the video they're uploading, and all the other projects we have.
I'll make a motion to approve it with the amendment of the contract of 24 months instead of 36.
Okay, I have a motion by Commissioner Pratt with that amendment. Is there a
Second, Pearson.
got a second by Commissioner Pearson? Is there any more discussion on this?
And you got it covered in your budget?
Yes, sir.
Okay, any more discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposition, same sign. There is no opposition. The item passes.
And it's gonna be busy signing.
Yeah. Okay, at this time, we're going to item number 17. It's closed executive session in compliance with 551-074 of the Texas Government Code to deliberate the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment duty, discipline, or dismissal of public officer or employee, or to hear complaints or charge against an officer or an employee. Also, we'll be going into will remain in closed executive session in compliance with section 551-0725 of the Texas Government Code to conduct a closed meeting to deliberate business and financial issues relating to a contract being negotiated. So at this time, could you please exit, please?
You say, just get a thank you.
Man, brother.
Yeah, I gotta make.
That's all right.
Yeah. I want to change.